Can you address for us too the side effects or the risks associated with taking Viagra unsupervised? Where you don't have like physical follow-up and
Yeah.
other aspects of your health checked before you start a medication like that?
So fortunately, Viagra is a fairly low risk medication, and that is why this proliferation of online services has been able to occur. If it was a very risky drug, there would be a lot of bad outcomes, and these sites would have a lot of liability and they'd be shutting down. But
Right.
Viagra is a fairly safe medication. So are the other medications in that class, such as Cialis, Levitra, Stendra, and they also go by the generic names of sildenafil, tadalafil, vardenafil. The risk with these drugs, the greatest risk with these drugs, is if a person is also taking nitroglycerin for a heart condition. The combination of nitroglycerin and any of these drugs can be fatal because it can drop the blood pressure in the blood vessels that supply the heart so dramatically that there's a sudden heart attack. But that
Wow.
is the primary risk. Beyond that, it's more an issue of side effects. Now, sometimes a person can get low blood pressure when they take one of these pills, particularly if they're drinking a lot of alcohol at the same time. But it's rarely a severely risky episode of low blood pressure, rarely. Also, in rare circumstances, a person can develop blindness or deafness from these pills. Maybe. It's a bit controversial and it's exceedingly rare. But side effects are not uncommon. Side effects can include headache, facial flushing, muscle aches with Cialis, nasal congestion. But aside from that, not a lot of real danger associated. Now, if a person has a liver condition, they need to have their dose adjusted down because the liver metabolizes these pills. And that might be something that an online doc doesn't ask about and the patient doesn't realize. So there can be situations where the drugs become trickier to use safely. But by and large, they tend to be fairly safe.